Welcome, fantabulous souls, to Psychically Speaking. I'm your host, Psychic Lisa Ann, and I'm thrilled to have you here. In this podcast, we'll delve into everything related to body, mind, and spirit. As a professional psychic medium and healer with over 28 years of experience, I'm excited to share my knowledge and my experiences with you. Together, we'll embark on a transformative journey of sharing, learning, and personal growth. Whether you're just starting on your spiritual path, consider yourself an old soul, an empath, or a seasoned professional, Psychically Speaking has something special just for you. So join me as we explore the wonders of life, heal ourselves, expand our knowledge, and grow together. Let's dive right in. Today we are talking about angels, angels, angels. Now, before we get started, there's some philosophies that I have that I want to share with you about angels. Now, if you agree with them, great. If not, then I encourage you to go and do a little research and just see what feels right to you. When working with angels, I have always felt, number one, we all have angels around us. My personal belief system is we have a guardian angel that is with us from the moment of conception to the moment of our passing. And I believe that we have other angels that come in and out of our lives at different times to help us and assist us with different things that we might be going through. I do not believe that angels are there to tell you what to do, and that is because I believe we have free will. So I believe that our angels are there to guide us and to assist us. So that is the first thing that I want to start with today, is talking about the role of the angels. One of the biggest blocks I find that people have when people come to me and they say to me, I'm talking to my angels and I'm just not getting any any guidance. I'm not seeing any signs. I'm not getting any answers to my questions. I'll usually ask them to tell me exactly what they're saying, and it's always the same thing. They're always saying, I'm asking my angels what I should do about a specific situation. And that's why I feel like they're not getting a response, because it's not about the angels telling you what to do. It's about the angels assisting you with what you want. Now, sometimes we might not know exactly what we want, but guess what? You always know where you're trying to get to. So you may not know the step-by-step plan of how you want to get there or exactly what your end result looks like, but you always know what you're striving for. So let me give you an example. So maybe you're at a job that you're just not satisfied with. And maybe you don't know what you should do. Should you go back to school? Should you leave the job? Should you go in a completely different career direction? So you're just feeling really lost and you're feeling very confused. But if you step away from the situation, although in that moment you may not know what choice is best for you, schooling, a different company, or going in a completely different direction, you do know the end result of what you're trying to get, right? So you do know, well, the reason I want to leave the job is I'm not making enough money. Or the reason why I want to leave the job is because I'm not feeling fulfilled. Or the reason why I want to leave the job is because I want to do something that I'm more passionate about, or I want to do something where I'm helping people. So you may not know in that moment the choice that's going to be best, but you know what you want the end result feeling to feel like. And that's where you ask for the guidance. Talking to the angels and saying, hey, angels, I'm not happy in my career. I'm not sure what to do. I need some guidance because at the end of the day, I want to be doing something that I'm more passionate about. That's your question. Or maybe you're in a relationship, or maybe you haven't been able to attract the right relationship. So people will say, well, I asked my angels, what do they want me to do? Again, wrong phrasing of the question. You may not know Do I get back with an ex? Do I try to work out this relationship? Do I just stay single the rest of my life? Right? But again, you know what you want the end result to be. You know you want someone to share your life with. You know you want someone who's going to be adventurous. Maybe you want somebody who is more emotionally supportive. Maybe you want somebody who's more intellectual. Whatever it is, you always know what you want the end result feeling to be. So don't get caught up in the, should I go back to the ex? Should I stay where I am? Always focus on what you want the end result feeling to be. And that's the question that you ask your angels. This is what I want. Send me guidance on how I get there. Now, I want to talk about a couple of different ways that you can connect with your angels. Number one, meditate, meditate, meditate. You have to be able to quiet your mind so that you can be aware of the guidance that they're sending you, whether that's something that you feel or see or hear, and we're going to talk about some of the signs later. When I talk about meditation, the analogy that I like to use is think about when you're home during the day and you're just going about your day, busy, 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 busy. And then think about when you're in your same home at night and you're getting ready to go to sleep. And now all of a sudden you hear all these noises that you never noticed during the day. It's because your house is completely quiet and still. And that's what meditation does for your mind. Meditation, when you're going through your everyday life, that's like being in your house during the day. All the thoughts going through, all the things that you're thinking about, all the responsibilities, all of the thoughts just flooding through your head. And when you meditate, it's like being in your house at night. Now it's nice and quiet. And now your intuition is at a heightened level. And now you're more aware of all of those signs and guidance that you're getting. The second way is prayer. And I love this. Somebody said to me a long time ago, and I've always kept this in the back of my mind. Meditation is listening, praying is talking. So meditation is listening to the angels, praying is talking to the angels. And I love that. I love that. So don't be afraid to talk to your angels. So many times people say to me, I like to ask my angels for guidance, but I don't like to bother them. You're not bothering them. All right. Talk away. I talk to my angels and guides all day long. I'm a lot of work, so I'm constantly asking for guidance. So don't forget to talk to your angels. You have to invite them in to work with you. 3, watch for signs. Another big block that I feel that people have is they'll go into meditation or they'll go into prayer and they're, listening to their angels or they're talking to their angels. And if they don't get an immediate response, they go, oh, I'm not doing it the right way. It's not working, right? And it's not always going to be a situation where you get an immediate answer. And that's why you have to watch for signs. And there's many reasons why we don't get the answer right away. Sometimes there's other things that need to unfold. So when we don't get the answers right away, it doesn't mean that we're doing it wrong. It just means we need to learn to practice a little bit of patience. So you're going to watch for the signs. And the signs come in many, many different ways. It may be things that you see or feel or hear. It may come as a thought. A lot of times the signs and guidance will actually come from outside of you. It will come from other people. It will also come from other situations. I can't tell you how many times I am stuck on something and the next day I'll go to the store and there'll be like a new book that was just released on the shelf and it's dealing with the exact situation that I need guidance with. Or I'll be in a restaurant and I'll sit down and the people behind me will be talking about the exact situation that I needed help with. So pay attention and watch for the signs. Another way is paying attention to dreams. Dreams are very important. We get so much guidance in our dreams. One of the things that I love to do when I am stuck on something, especially when I'm working on things that involve technology, because those of you who know me know the love-hate relationship I have with technology. And I'm very thick-headed and I'm very stubborn. So I like to try to troubleshoot and figure things out myself. But I have now learned to give myself a time frame because I will spend days trying to figure it out because I'm like a puzzle solver. So now I give myself a time limit. And if I haven't been able to figure out the solution, what I do is I will stop and go on to something different. And then right before I go to sleep, I will ask my angels and guides for some guidance. And I will let them know exactly what I'm stuck on. I cannot tell you how many times I have woken in the middle of the night or very early in the morning from a dream where I was shown exactly what I needed to resolve the situation that I was having. So pay attention to your dreams, okay? Another way is journaling. Now, I use journaling very different, and I'm not talking about the Dear Diary, which I'm going to do a completely different podcast on one day, because I cannot believe how many people keep I call it the negativity diary about everything that's going wrong in their lives, and then they keep it right next to their nightstand. But that's for a whole nother podcast. So the journaling that I'm talking about is more of a question and answer journal, where you start writing, speaking to your angels and asking them questions. Just writing in question form the areas that you need the guidance. And it's amazing because a lot of times as you start writing the question down, you will start thinking things, you will start hearing things, and you will start writing down the answer. And that journaling will then turn to what I like to refer to as automatic writing, which we will do a whole nother podcast on as well. But for right now, just try taking a piece of paper, writing down the question, and writing down the question in different ways. And I love this process because for those of you who are very analytical, this is a great trick that I use very often with people that have trouble getting messages or quieting their mind, because what happens is your mind gets distracted with the pen and the writing of the letter and the writing of the word and the writing of the sentence. So while your mind is over here writing things down, your intuition is now allowed to come out and be at a heightened level because your analytical mind is not getting in the way. So try the journaling, because I think for a lot of people, that is really just a great way to just kind of get over those blocks. Okay. Now, another question that I get a lot is, how do I know my angel's name? So here's where I'm going to tell you to be open. Okay. Do not have these preconceived ways that you have to communicate with your angel, because this is another block that I see people have. Everybody wants to know their angel's name. And I always go, why? Why do you need to know the name? Right? So what I like to do is I like to teach people to say, when they're trying to connect with their angel, to invite their angel in and say, please send me a sign. How do I know when you're around me? That may come as a feeling. You may feel something on the right side of your body, the left side of your body. You may feel a sensation in your heart. You may hear something. You may hear a name. You may not. You may see a color, or you may have a thought of something like a butterfly. So be open, because at the end of the day, it really doesn't matter if you know your angel's name. It's more important to be able to be aware of when your angel is around you. And if you get too caught on that name, you're blocking out receiving the way that the angel is sending you that message, that sign that they're around you. So I'm going to encourage you to really think about some of the things that we've talked about today. And after this podcast, take a little bit of time to just clear your mind, put on a little bit of music, get in that meditative state, bring your focus to your breathing, give your mind permission to be quiet and still, Give your body permission to just relax, let go of all that stress and tension, and call in your angels. Invite them to be with you. Let them know the areas of your life where you need guidance. Pick one thing to focus on. And remember, if you're not sure of which direction you should go in, talk to them about the feeling, the outcome, the experience that you want to have. And then watch for the signs. Pay attention to your dreams. And that is the way that we connect with our angels. Thank you once again for joining me on this incredible journey. If you found this podcast enjoyable, I kindly ask you to share it with a friend and make sure to hit that subscribe button. To discover more about joining my free weekly live happy hour, explore my work, or visit my Body, Mind, Spirit spa and gift shop in the enchanting historic downtown Southern Pines, North Carolina, simply head over to spiritquestnc.com. And always remember, life isn't always rainbows and butterflies, but every single day, you have the power to choose to be fantabulous. Embrace that power and let your inner light shine bright. Until we meet again, stay empowered and keep embracing the magic of life.